Here's your command central at Lornet.
Yeah.
And tell me a little bit about it.
Okay, so we have, obviously I save one screen for email because we get a lot of customer interaction through email. This bottom one is our professional services automation tool.
Can you point that out? The bottom screen is right down here in the lower left.
Yep.
Okay, alrighty.
Lower left. And it's tracking all our clients.
Yes.
So I can come up and I can pull up a client, and let's say one of our local clients is Star Mines, so I put in Star. And now we have a complete record of everything we've ever done for them, including all the service tickets they've worked on it.
Okay.
It's coming up real slow.
That's in the lower left.
Lower left. So while that's coming up, the upper part is our actual monitoring system, and let me get to Star Mines on that one as well. And right now they have 3 issues which are going. One of them is they just are reorganizing the network up there, so one of our monitoring systems is offline, so it's telling me about that. One of the workstations at the warehouse is offline, and one of the systems up at the mine is offline.
Okay.
So that's pretty normal for them.
Yeah.
And until we get the networking finished, all the runs we're doing up there, some of this will not change. But if we want to look at an overall for all our clients, we can come into the entire, all the organizations, and take a look at what's going on as reported problems. Some of them are antivirus, haven't had an update in a while, so they get a notice on that. Offlines, patch statuses are behind from Microsoft. And here's one, like for instance, at our Uray Chamber Resort Association. They have their printer is one of the toner cartridges is low.
Huh.
So
isn't that cool that you can see that?
Yeah.
That level of detail.
So we can
from right here.
Yeah, and we can generate tickets straight out of this system, which go into here.
Yeah.
Which means it's an action item for us.
Yeah.
Or give the client a call and say, hey, your printer toner is getting low, and
yeah.
Fix it.
You're going to be frustrated when you click print on
Yeah.
that next one.
Some of the other things we can do from here, and we have not talked about managed print services as well. In fact, we have no customers that are really interested in that. Is this thing can auto-generate orders for toner or ink or paper or any of those things if it's a managed printer.
Yeah.
As far as we're concerned right now, our managed printers are just giving us alerts on.
Yeah.
If there's a paper jam, the toners are low, and then we call.
I see.
And you can go to Office Depot.
Yeah. 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 What's that sexy looking screen on the upper right there with all the graphs and bar charts?
This is our managed antivirus.
Okay.
And right now it's telling me what system names are having the most frequent outbreaks of malware or any of those kind of things. One of them, this top one, happens to be one of our clients in Montrose who got on a bad website.
Ah.
And it saw it, it took care of it, but it tells me about it.
Yeah.
And so I get that in daily graphs of what's going on with that, as far as detections, cleanups, and computers are resolved. This is just counts of computers that have been resolved with issues. So that's that piece. The next one I want to look at, remember, in the thing we were doing, we're talking about looking at bandwidth usage.
Yes.
This is one of our Denver clients. This is the one with the bonded T1s. You can see that from 145 till about 155, they were pretty much maxing out their 2 T1s. And then as time goes by, it drops and goes up and down. But if this blue shaded area drops down below 2 meg of available bandwidth, we get an alert, which tells me that there's a T1 problem out there.
Interesting. Wow. The level of granularity, the detail is quite impressive.
Yeah. The last screen that I usually have up all the time, and that's not logged in because it auto-logged out, ran out of time, is our managed backup. And right now this is what the managed backup looks like, and how much storage we're using online is About 820 gigabytes of data is stored from all our customers.
Wow. Very interesting. So that's the, I guess the four, did we cover the one in the lower right corner? Was that the email?
Bottom right's email.
Bottom right's email. So yeah. So that kind of gives us a feel for what it's like to sit in the cockpit at Lornet.
Yeah.
And be John Lorimer. Do you ever get away from, so I suppose you carry a smartphone with you?
Yes, I have a smartphone. These two applications are on the smartphone.
Okay.
It obviously doesn't give me this kind of view.
Yeah.
But I can go in and work tickets
Yeah.
that are being generated straight off my phone, as well as getting the alerts coming off the managed computers and systems.
So a critical issue that might
Critical
crop
issues.
up, you're gonna find out about
Yep.
that. I suppose you have to power your cell phone down at night then, if you want
No,
to get
I
any
don't,
sleep.
actually.
You leave it on.
Yeah, it stays on because one of the guarantees we give our customers is 7x24 support.
Okay. Very interesting. I know you've got a team that's a part of Lornet, and each person has its own area of expertise. But it's interesting to see what it's like to be at Command Central with John here and keeping an eye on everything. So.
Yeah. So the bottom line is managed services is, I guess some people kind of treat it as a big brother, but to us it's more like proactive medicine.
Yeah.
We want to make sure our customers are able to do the work they need to do with as little interaction from us as possible.
Yeah.
I mean, part of the managed services that we do offer, the software allows us to do changes on a computer without interfering with the user's work.
Okay.
It's very, very important.
Yeah.
Because if you're familiar with most of the break fix guys, they throw you off your computer and they sit and they bang on the keyboard and you have no idea what they're doing.
Yeah.
With what we're doing, we're logging everything and it comes into our reports as tickets are opened and closed, so the customer is always aware of what we're doing, what commands are run, what changes are done. So there's a complete log of that information that's available to the customer at any time.
Yeah, it's very nice to see where things have evolved to. Here we are in 2013, and the level of detail and the level of service, the speed that everything's going at is pretty amazing. And you're right on top of all of it, So it's very cool to be inside here in the command center, and so.
But the whole idea is to give you sort of a taste of what managed services really is.
Yeah.
Versus break fix, which everyone's familiar with.
Yeah.
And what's really interesting about all the managed services stuff is very low cost. I mean, we had an argument with a couple of our vendors on this because they said, "Oh, you should be charging this," and we went, "No." I said, if the computer's doing all this and is reporting to us and is telling us what's going on, a lot of it we don't have any interaction with because we've set it up so that, all right, the email service on this server went down. Well, we tell the system, well, if it goes down, restart it.
Yeah.
Why should the customer be paying for that?
Yeah.
So we have very low interest or low entry cost per system.
Yeah.
And then there's layers above it. So you want to add backup. Okay, we can do that. And the cost is this per gig.
Yeah.
Or you want managed antivirus. Well, the cost per desktop is this. We want managed network. Okay, then that's going to cost this much per month. Part of this is it fixes your costs. And one of the things you don't know is, all right, I go out on a break fix call, and it's going to take me, I don't know how many hours to fix this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so you can't budget for that. With this, you know how many computers you have. You know what it's going to cost you per month.
Yeah. That's great. You can plan around that.
You can plan around it.
Yeah, and figure out exactly what the
and one of the things
is.
that we do is if you're a managed service customer, then you get a discount on our hourly rates.
Yeah. Yeah, nice. When you do have to come on site.
Or even remote.
Yeah.
I mean, a help desk call is a help desk call.
Yeah.
We take care of it right away.
Yeah.
But you do get billed for that time.
Yeah. John, these managed services we've been talking about, now how do these services help me as a business or a consumer?
Two ways. Let's address the business one first, because there are larger customers, and the whole concept there is to put the business at ease and reduce the IT costs. That is number one, because you want the systems running for productivity for your employees, and that's what we do. For a consumer, little different. Obviously, the cost is still very important to the consumer, but it's your own personal productivity, not the corporate budget. So they're almost identical in how we treat them. The relationships with corporations is usually one contact person inside, and maybe we get to know some of the employees, maybe not. With the consumer, obviously it's a one-to-one relationship, and we get to know them and maybe their family too, and be able to help them.
How big are you seeing home networks growing?
Home networks are growing somewhat. They generally come into at a fixed size pretty quickly. Corporate networks grow and grow and grow. A number of devices keep going up. You don't see that with the consumer level.
A lot of your business customers have, they bring mobile devices to the workplace.
Yeah, we call
How's
that BYOD, bring
B-
your own device. That's starting to get important, and in fact, one of the tools we just added into our managed service platforms, which we were looking at a little earlier, is the ability to manage mobile devices, tablets, phones, the smart devices. So we can do things like a new mobile device gets added into the system, we immediately configure up their email and do everything else. If this device gets lost, we hit a button on within the management and it wipes the device.
Huh. Very cool. Very nice. Well, again, thank you. Appreciate it, John.
Yep, no problem.